So we continue to the series uh, of the videos where we have introduced the major computer science fields and subfields. So here is the short introduction to all the fields that we have actually mentioned in the previous slides. So hardware, it is the field where most hardware production related stuff is getting done, especially PCB design and other things are going on over here. So most of the electrical engineers and other fields where they have learned to actually develop some hardware and they have learned to develop some sort of the circuits and the PCB designs and lot of the stuff. So this is the out of the scope over here to discuss the hardware. So we are going to the second part, which is mostly related to the software. So in this case, as far as the software engineer role is concerned, software engineers actually use the low-level languages to program and actually that interact with the hardware components and the assemblies, and then they do some useful operations. So we call it the firmware in many cases, is where the firmware resides on the hardware and then it performs some of the actions and operations. So we will discuss it later. And the second part is here is the second field over here is the software. So software are the set of the instructions which actually automate our business, which are used to solve some specific business issues, or actually they make our life automated, and make our daily life tasks easy for us. So there are the several type of the softwares, and we will discuss them later. And the next field is actually networking. So networking means that get together something. So in general, actually in generally, organization need a network where hardware devices and other devices like the PCs and computers can get together on the same network, and it should be secure, and there are a lot of the other parameters. Either it is a VPN, or either it is intranet, or either it is an internet. So this is the internet. This is the networking, and the next field is the artificial intelligence. So actually, it's the most interesting field nowadays, and actually, companies and organizations are spending a lot of the money on the artificial intelligence. So it's the field that make computer or machine intelligent on the base of some rules and instructions that can work like a human mind. Actually, it is the artificial type of the intelligence that computer can have to perform some operations. So we'll discuss it later. So the next field is cyber security, where we are going to protect the sensitive information from the unauthorized or unauthenticated peoples on the internet. Actually, nowadays we have a lot of the data, which is the sensitive data, the personal data, which is related to privacy of the peoples and organizations on the internet. And we actually heard a lot of the news about the security breaches. So this field is related to protecting the information of the users, organizations, enterprise, a lot of so. And the next field is data science. So actually, data science is actually it is the interdisciplinary field, and so we have some rule, process, procedures to analyze the data to find some facts and perceptions that help organization to manage their business operations in more efficient way, like predicting some business facts and business values from the current data and like so. And the next field is the database management. So to keep the data record at some data source, actually we need to use some sort of the data structure or some sort of the data sources. So where we can store our data and then we can retrieve it quickly. So either it is OLAP, and analytical processing, or transaction processing. So there is some sort of the database involved over there. So either it is SQL or no SQL. So the next field is the business intelligence, and actually, when you have the huge amount of the data, and you need to find some meaningful information from different data sources, so organizations use them to actually find some. conclusions on the basis of the data that help their business to grow. Either it is the feedback of the users about the products or some other historical events or something that happens or some accidents that have impact on the business to how to reduce the risk reduction. For that, we are analyzing the data. There are a lot of the scenarios. So blockchain is distributive network with a distributive ledger. So uh, we have the centralized ledger in many cases, but in this case of the blockchain, we have a special type of the database where we perform transactions, and these transactions are secure and they are permanently stored, and the information is stored in the blocks, and the blocks are actually interlinked with each other, and so we can actually nobody can tamper the data. So this is the blockchain, and most of the cryptocurrencies are working on the blockchain like Ethereum and Bitcoin and etc. So quality assurance and next actually field is the quality assurance and the quality control. So to make the application which is developing, which is being developed by the organization or company, actually it should be we are going to ensure over here that the it is according to the process standards and the requirements. Actually, it meets the requirements, and it is it is actually uh, fulfilling the requirements of the regulations, or we have some sort of the actually processes. So it may be the organization process, or it may be some standards. So application should be meet to some standards, and it should have some compliance. So we need to make sure over here that the product is to actually we need to assure the quality of the product and to control the quality of the product, that what we are going to produce is according to the needs of the client. And the next field is the graphics and web designing. So to make the design of the website and apps more attractive, we have the actually company or organization builds several sort of the banners, promotions, and a lot of the other stuff which attract the users. So this is the field where actually graphics and the web designing is going on. Yeah. And the next field is actually the digital marketing, where actually its name implies that uh, we are going to actually marketing our products or our information in a digital manner. And there are a lot of the subfields over there like SEO and affiliate marketing and a lot of the other stuff. We will discuss it later. Yeah.